Hello, guys. Good day. This is Anne of Reinforcement Club, your fellow positive reinforcer. Today, we are going to talk about staying inspired. Three ways to keep going when our motivation to get things done, to finish the project, fades away. When you have like a goal, which which will take around 3 months for you to finish, like you're targeting to you want to pass an exam, like for example, as what I did before, an English test, so that I can work abroad in any western countries. So so it took me maybe 4 or 5 months to get a passing grade. But in that 4 to 5 months, you know I commit to study every day. And it's not easy. It's not easy to be consistent because you're not going to be 100% every day. You got to drag yourself, as what I did before. I got to drag myself to the table and practice my writing. The way when you take an English test, they're going to assess your speaking, writing, listening, and reading. So I got to practice that four areas of the exam every effing day. Another thing that I'm really into this time is, yeah, this is just one of it. Podcasting, sharing my life lessons to you regularly, 2 to 3 times a week. I want to produce up to 10,000 episodes, and that could take the rest of my life to do that if I don't do it every day. And 2 to 3 episodes per week. Yeah, it's not a bad thing going to 10,000 episodes. I never thought or never think about that 10,000 episodes, to be honest. I know it could be, I wouldn't reach that point in case the world ends, but I am doing my best. I am doing the stuff to get things done to get me to that 10,000 episodes. I'm doing my part every week. So I don't think about the big things. So basically, the number one thing that I do in order to complete this long-term goals, this long game, this commitment thing, which teaches me to dive into the unknown. I give myself projects which could probably work or not in years. So that's also my way of thinking about investing. Planting something today which could work or not work out tomorrow in the future. But, in another way, I must spare time each day in order for it to work out, to take off in the future. I got to work on myself and that every day. That's the long game. That's long-term commitment. And it's actually hard to be consistent because sometimes to be honest, I just want to watch movie this time. I just don't want to do anything. But, I got to get things done before I do the lazy stuff. Not doing anything. I got to get this thing done. This episode to 10,000. 10,000 episodes in the near future, unless if the world ends. So at least I did my part. I wouldn't regret that, day that I didn't do anything for my dream. So the number one thing that actually helps me push to get things done, to be in the long game, to be in the process. That could be long process wherein I don't really know if it could work or not. And way back before I finally passed the English test after 5 fails, I didn't really know if I can able to make the scores that is needed, if I can able to pass. But I commit to study every day, whether I like it or not, because I keep thinking about the goal. I mean, I was in the verge of getting broke that time when I was trying to pass the exam because I'm working hard and my salary just go to the review center, as well as the expenses, saving my expenses for the exam, which I don't know if I could ever pass, but I'm doing my best, the best of my ability to get things right, get my shit together. Wasn't easy. So basically, the number one thing that keeps me motivated, that makes me push or pull myself, drag myself from the bed, drag myself from, from watching TV, drag myself from getting up late, is to, number one is to remember my big why. Why I started this one. Why I really want to do this one. Why I'm doing this one. So it could be, for some people, financial freedom, helping others, learning something new. But for me, I want financial freedom, and somehow, in case, if it's the end, if I ever sign off from this planet, I did something. And this is just a part of it. And at least, I contribute something for the people. Other than, the love I give to my family and friends, how I make them feel. I want to contribute. I want to make this world a better place before I sign off. So I just remember my big why. And that is quite enough for me to really, sit down here and then finish the job. The second thing I do is I make it fun. I make the process fun in a way that I give myself, and it could be a reward every time I finish my work. It could be a chocolate downstairs or a good walk outside, a time for myself after I get things done. And sometimes I even thought about finding a buddy, a friend who could help me out while I'm, doing this thing, the podcasting and the other projects. And, that could make the working process fun too. But at the moment, yes, so far I can still manage to pull myself, drag myself from the bedroom, drag myself somewhere in the living room, and then finish the job here on my computer. So that's how I make it fun. I give myself rewards every time I finish the job. And lastly, for example, way back when I was still struggling to pass the English test, the big goal is to pass the English test, but this is the third tip is, take small steps. My big goal is to take the exam after 5 months, after 6 months. And I think about it all the time, thinking about why I wanted to pass, and then I make it fun. And lastly, I do something every day for it. So, after 5 months, there's a big possibility for me to get that goal, to get that score. And, another example is, I want to upload 10,000 episodes throughout my life. And I never thought about that 10,000 episodes. Well, I'm not sure if that could be possible, but that is quite possible. It makes me feel, having a 10,000 episodes, that makes me feel possible every time I do something about it. Every week. 2 to 3 times a week. Or I could even do it every day. Why not? To get to that 10,000 episodes. I know this is just a basic thing, guys. Thinking about when you have big goals, which is actually long term, and that's you have to make sacrifices for that in order to make that dream come true. Basically, remembering why you started is just, already a big boost. And this is basic, making the process fun, making the work fun, another basic, and taking small step. Yes, another thing. Just a few reminders. And I'm not saying that it is basic and it's easy to really do this, to execute this. But, there are really times that we forget the basic, and the comfort zone wins. We choose not to finish the job. We choose not to get things done. But if you're really into accomplishing that long-term goal, reach your dreams by means of doing the process of the long game, Look, there's no choice but to get things done, bit by bit. Make it fun, and remember your big why. So I hope I shared something valuable today. By the way, this is Anne, your fellow positive reinforcer. If you ever love this episode, you can follow me in YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, even in X, Twitter. Reinforce Me Club. And I do appreciate your time and have a lovely day ahead. Thank you.